On the 29th of October, 2023, the Republic of Turkey became a 100-year-old country. But this story goes back much further. There is a vast empire that lasted more than 600 years. The history of the Ottoman Empire is based on the Turkic tribes who migrated westward from Central Asia. For centuries, the Turks moved westward and eventually settled in Anatolia. In 1071, with the great victory won by Alparslan and his army against Byzantium at Manzikert, the gates of Anatolia were opened to the Turks. The Seljuks were powerful, but over time they fragmented. After they fragmented, small principalities emerged. One of those principalities was a small frontier beylik founded by Osman Bey. No one at that time could have predicted that it would leave its mark on world history. But the Ottomans began to grow in the weakening Byzantine territories of that period. In 1453, when Sultan Mehmed conquered Istanbul, the course of history completely changed. Byzantium became history, and Istanbul became the capital of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans were now a great empire. The most powerful period was during the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent. During that time, the Ottoman Empire stretched from the Balkans to the Middle East, from North Africa to the Black Sea. They had reached the gates of Vienna. They were a major power in the Mediterranean. They had a strong army. The Janissaries were disciplined, and soldiers that no one wished to face. The state system was solid, and there was respect for different religions. Trade routes passed through Ottoman lands. It was truly a global power. Unfortunately, no empire remains at its peak forever. After the failure of the Second Siege of Vienna in 1683, things began to reverse. While Europe was growing stronger, the Ottomans could not keep up. With the Industrial Revolution and scientific developments, Europe advanced very rapidly. The Ottomans could not maintain the same pace. By the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire began to be called the sick man of Europe. Revolts broke out in the Balkans. Serbs, Greeks, and Bulgarians demanded independence. North Africa was lost. The economy weakened. Central authority was shaken. The young Ottomans, and later the Committee of Union and Progress, Young Turks, attempted reforms to save the state. In 1908, the constitutional monarchy was redeclared, but internal unrest did not end. The final blow was World War I. The Ottoman Empire fought alongside Germany. There was great resistance at Gallipoli, but overall, the war was lost. Middle Eastern territories were lost. After the war, even parts of Anatolia were occupied. At this point, Mustafa Kemal Pasha stepped onto the stage. With the War of Independence that began in 1919, resistance against the occupation was launched. After a difficult struggle, the Sultanate was abolished in 1922. On the 29th of October 1923, the Republic of Turkey was proclaimed. The capital was designated as Ankara. Thus, the Ottoman Empire officially came to an end. But it is not possible to completely erase the Ottomans. With its culture, architecture, state tradition, and social structure, its footprints still form the foundation of modern Turkey. From Istanbul's skyline to culinary culture, from bureaucratic understanding to state traditions, many elements are inherited from the Ottoman Empire. So, although the Republic of Turkey was founded by breaking away from the Ottoman Empire, it is also its historical continuation. One was a great empire, the other is a nation-state. But the story continued on the same lands as the transformation of the same society.